One, 2, 33. This is Rise Above TV. It's 8 p.m. It's Friday night. Welcome back to your favourite hangout Rhymish community. Tonight is not a live show, but don't worry. We'll be back live next week. As always, guys, there's a nice selection coming for you guys tonight. We've still got the final bits of episode 20, which is the Antarctica dig, and the final bit of episode 77, which was the panpsychism presentation from Inner Guardian. So that's on the menu tonight. Also, there is Inspector Veg back to back with myself, the fire clip. That's going to be your music for this evening. In fact, I think there's some music in the Antarctica episode 20 bit as well. So that's what's on the menu tonight. I'm also, guys, going to let you know that going forward, when we have the winter shutdown of Rise Above Live, which is going to be from December 7th onwards for at least 4 weeks, we'll come back in early New Year. Over those 4 weeks while I'm in Thailand, I'm actually going to be scheduling clips of Patreon that you've never seen before on YouTube, clips of the Weekender talks, presentations and panel discussions that have never been before seen on YouTube. These will be 5 to 10 minute clips to give you guys a bit more of a taster of what you're missing out on if you are not signed up to the Peasantron. Right, so I also need to let you know that, as always, me and Andy PG have been super busy. There was a live show on Wednesday just past, which was Midweek Raw Live 7. Next Wednesday is Midweek Raw Live 8. So We're pretty much doing lives every week on Patreon now. Wednesday, 7:30. What else have we got here that's already up for grabs on Patreon? The latest Safeguard Force meet and greet. This is some of the work we've been doing out on the streets. 33 AI Atlas. We did a special Sunday night chat about that one last week, so that's worth checking out. What else have we got here? Oh, Sukh Singh actually joined us for a follow-up talk on last week's Midweek Raw Live. And as you can see, guys, I think there's almost 200 videos on Patreon now, which simply are not on YouTube. Scan the QR code. Patreon is only £3, and it is the #1 way to support us. Apart from all this content that you get for only £3, you also get 10% off all merch on the website, which I need to talk about in a minute because we've actually had a cyber attack. And apart from that, you basically get our own Ramesh social media. We can interact with the community. No one else is on there. Only a few hundred people from the Ramesh community. There is different chat rooms, private messaging, so you guys can be a little bit more interactive with each other. I think that's why Patreon is also very popular. It's not just the content on there. So get over to Patreon. Right. Cyber attack, I hear you say. Yes. Andy PG, you've actually arrived at an opportune moment. I'm just recording the intro for tomorrow night. Rolled straight in. Yeah, mate. I was just telling everyone about the cyber attack. It's still going on now.
What's going down here?
Oh,
What's going down here in Ramesh HQ?
oh, let me just adjust the camera.
Cyber attack still going on.
Yeah, so
There's
we're just
fucking parasites at
Yeah.
SWP.
So we're just recording this for a little bit later for the Friday night crew. And for anyone that doesn't know already, we have been the victim of a cyber attack. Look at all these. These are all failed orders. Someone has summoned an army of bots, which are every 5 minutes or so making failed orders on our website.
With ridiculous names and addresses.
Yeah, let's just have a look here. Oh, this one's not too ridiculous. Philip Scott, 251 Indian Mound Drive, Market Raisin. So some of them look like genuine addresses and stuff, but some of them are totally bogus. We don't know who it is. Is it 77 Brigade?
It's some peasant, isn't it? It's some. Well, we've annoyed multiple people over the last
Is it
couple
the
of months.
Socialist Workers' Party? I mean, look, we've got a lot of eyes on us at the moment because we have gone viral in the last month or so on various platforms.
We're making a little bit of money now from Patreon as well as our merch and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We even started earning some money from Facebook.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Yeah, we got our first $50 check. And unlike Kyle, we will not be donating it to Queers for Palestine.
No, fuck Queers for Palestine.
It's going straight back into the Rise Above Fund. But big up to Kyle for doing that. So, right, what's going on here? This cyber attack is still going on. We are looking into it. The website is going to need some work. So basically, for the next 2 weeks, the website's down, guys. So
sometimes we're going to use a catastrophe like this to improve our shit for the future.
we always do that.
Yeah.
You have to
Order out of chaos, guys.
Yeah, you have to do a bit of ordo abo chaos. We're just going to have a more robust website, and we've got big plans for what we're going to be doing with the website next year. So it needs to be more robust, but we do hope to have the website up and running again with regards to the merch orders in time for Christmas, so you can make your Christmas orders, and we'll obviously keep you updated on that. And what I was also telling people, PG, in the winter shutdown.
Yep.
Well,
The government shutdown.
yeah, the Ramesh government shutdown. There's some diplomatic missions going on. We've got one to Japan,
Yes, we have.
and
Yeah,
one
yeah,
to
yeah,
Thai-
yeah.
and the regular diplomatic visit to Thailand. While that's going on, mate, I've made a decision. I'm going to Al Gore clip in 5 or 10 minute clips, long ways, Patreon videos,
Yeah, nice.
weekend panel discussions, presentations, and start
Yeah,
showing
yeah,
some
yeah.
clips on Friday night. So for anyone that hasn't given us their 3 shekels a month yet, they can see what they're going to get on Peasantron. Scan the QR code. Right. Well, that's 8 minutes. So I think that's all we need to say. Unless you've got any message for
No,
the
I'm good.
peasantry.
Well, we'll see you Wednesday for Peasantron.
Yeah. So midweek Raw Live 8 on Wednesday.
Yep.
The WhatsApp is already absolutely brimming with
Yeah, it is, yeah.
new content that we've been stacking every day.
We've got a watch party coming out this Sunday. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the watch? Oh, yeah, it's a Godvaj watch party.
Yeah.
Andy PG's got a bit of a semi-evening with someone.
Yeah, just a random video, off the cuff video that we did.
Yeah, so we're actually averaging more than 2 videos a week on Patreon at the moment. The work rate is up there. Everyone on Patreon is loving it. If you're not there, get there. Word to your nan.
Word to your nan, 3 shekels a month, guys.
Enjoy the rest of the show. Before we look at the awful content of Clown World, we like to fire up a device called the catalytic converter. This piece of ancient Ramish technology basically means that all of this terrible Clown World media, we can use it and fuel this machine to try and have some spiritual, or at least maybe not progression, but we can at least get some comedy out of it, right? Because at the end of the day, there is quite a lot of sludge. Right, okay, we need to talk about the Dalai Lama, Conrad.
Oh my god, this didn't stop on my. I turned social media off. It got so like literally everything was about it. Just hundreds of memes online about this.
So I guess everyone's seen it or knows about this, where the Dalai Lama basically stuck his tongue out and asked the kid to suck it. Suck my tongue. And he, like the way he said it on the mic, like, suck my tongue. Like, it wasn't even sly. He didn't even push the microphone to the side.
This is obviously another one of these like mass distraction combined with a humiliation ritual.
Yeah, but the funny thing,
some kind.
Oh, of course, just humiliating the peasants that all believe in the Dalai Lama, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he's CIA stooge anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, of course he is. He's taking fucking all sorts
That's not the
of-
real Dalai Lama, mate.
No.
Come on. They keep saying, the funny thing is they say that the Chinese want to get rid of him because they hate the Dalai Lama. But everyone doesn't know he's already a Chinese stooge anyway. Fucking joke. Anyway, so one day after the Dalai Lama was caught on video asking a 9-year-old boy to suck his tongue, photo emerged of His Holiness with Democrat Mayor of College Park, Maryland, Patrick Wojahn, who was arrested for possessing child exploitative material. Right, okay.
There are no coincidences in the Clown World.
Tell you what, there are fucking good memes though. and this is just the start. I mean, this one's pretty tame. I mean, on the first couple of days when this happened,
So we've got Sleepy Joe here taking a selfie.
this is the actual picture of him, and the kid was almost kissed the Dalai Lama's tongue.
I mean, what the fuck is that?
But I thought the weirdest thing is people were surprised. What is so surprising?
Yeah, but to do it out like he's obviously known. Look, there's cameras there and people are watching and shit like that.
Mate, he was on stage in front of like thousands of people,
I
and
know.
it was being televised live to
This is
millions
what
of
I mean.
people. Like everyone around the world that believes in the Dalai Lama was watching this.
It's fucking weird, man.
Thomas Sheridan calls this part of the wave. I think he put it under. He has this thing, like, you know, we say like Clown World or like the greatest apocalypse ever.
Yeah.
He calls what's going on the wave function collapse,
Right. Okay.
where like you know, you see things that would sort of like traditionally be like this, and now they're just
Just go
backwards.
into shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
just falling to pieces. So I think he often names it wave function. I think he put this under wave function collapse. But maybe like, you know, like the end part of the Kali Yuga when it just gets really fucking bad, like right now. Right now, anti-COVID, it was gross, but the memes were awesome. The one on the left isn't a meme. Look at this. Why do they always have the M? I suppose anyone.
It's for devil horns, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to say devil's advocate. Anyone that puts their face on the front of Time magazine is going to have the devil's horns, isn't it?
Yeah.
By default.
It's a highly satanic magazine.
Of course. Father Kronos, Time,
Yeah.
Janus magazine. So the Dalai Lama, the survivor, J-Mag, Janus Monthly. Right, so Auntie Kovia says nonsense.
We didn't even get to this.
We didn't even get, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
that's
what
exactly where we got to.
Yeah.
Look
This-
at that for a
this-
coincidence.
yeah.
I literally spun the wheel on the little mouse eye here, and we got straight to the Jimmy. So I think we've obviously got on the left Russ Kieran's fine work, the Dalai Lama. Right. Big shout to everyone tuned in. Auntie Kovia, Michael D'Souza, ZYX, Lions Den. I see all of you. Big shout to everybody.
Johnny Fogg there in the chat. We see you there.
We see all of you. Okay, it is Friday night. It's Rise Above. Yeah, in just a moment we've got the bartender.
Fucking people coming in and out of the studio.
Do you know
like-
what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little mobile camera in a minute. I think I might show everyone what's going on in the green room, just so you know that we've got loads of Ramish peasants around here. So yeah, bless up to the Magi. Big shout to Milski. So many Dalai Lama memes, more than you could probably shake a stick at. Dolly Lama. Okay. When you find out it's normal in Tibetan culture to go ask kids to suck your tongue, and we've also got like Prince Andrew Lama.
Yeah.
No surprises there.
Wow.
Are you okay? Did you just fall off the crucible? What? No, obviously, then like the Dalai Lama started to get mixed together with Philip Schofield.
Of course,
Because-
that's a natural evolution of memery, surely.
The Schofield Lama. Now, I mean, I think on the last dip into Clown World, we actually did a little bit on Philip Schofield, didn't we?
The one on the right there, that's really good.
That's pretty good. I don't know who like
Schofield is Grandmaster Jimmy.
crudely fashioned this Schofield Llama on the left. Like, that is a proper cut and paste job. This isn't someone from our mean stable.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
This was quantum farming, no?
Well, yeah, that was just a bit of free range quantum gardening, comrade. But on the right hand side, yeah, this is fine piece.
Fine work by Auntie
Fine
Kobe,
work.
as per regular.
You know, Russ Kieran's still in operation. We still get Future Ghost every now and then. He's sort of like a seasonal memester. He comes he comes like once a month or once a season with a real killer. But as far as I'm concerned, the memestress, Auntie Kobe,
It is, yeah, I reckon,
she
yeah.
has the crown right now. She's absolutely untouchable.
Because it's the difference. She's a different kind of memetician to Russ Kieran. Russ Kieran was responsible for all the Covey art.
Well, he actually created
Yeah,
the whole...
he created the concept of Covey art.
Yeah, the whole genre of Covey art was created around Russ Kieran's work, to be fair. You know, we've got to give him props for that. He's like Wiley. No, he is. He came into the meme
Is that
game.
the Wiley of the meme world?
He's the Wiley of the anti-Coviot meme game. He came into the meme game and he used the scene to produce his own thing, and he got called Covey art. He's like, memes. I don't call them memes. You're talking about memes.
This is Covey. There's a clear difference between memes and Covey art. There is a clear difference.
There is a clear difference. I mean, let's break it down. On the left, you could say this is a very crude attempt at Covey art, but you know, you can't be coming with these crude methods like this. But a beautiful meme on the right from anti-Covey art. Right. I mean, we could talk about the Dalai Lama.
I mean, this is.
Do you know who that is? Who he's meeting there? That's fucking Keith Rainier. He's the leader of the
NXIVM.
The NXIVM cult. That dude has an IQ of 240, reportedly. I don't know if that's true, but that's what's reported in Clown World media, right? Now, for anyone that doesn't know, the general standard IQ of a Clown World genius, do you know what it is?
It's about 160, no?
166.
Is that? Of
Yeah,
course.
I think so.
Of course.
No, I don't know if it's 166, but you're right. It is 160.
Yeah.
So you're Stephen Hawkins, you're Albert Einstein.
That's what they're.
You know
all
what? You're proper top level Clown World expert geniuses.
Yeah.
Right, their IQs are always 160 without fail.
Right,
Pretty much.
okay.
Yeah, that's standard 160. They're basically all clones. So I'll just turn your mic on. Who's that over there? Who said that?
I think that was a bartender.
Nice one. Speaking to
A
the mic,
bartender
peasant.
gobbing off on the mic. No?
Yeah. Shut up, bartender. So
So this dude's up there.
mate, he's got an IQ of 240. He's the leader of NXIVM, and there he is meeting the Dalai Lama. He paid £1 million. The Dalai Lama was paid $1 million to endorse Keith Rainier's sex cult. What the fuck? Wow.
So, dude, you took the money, man.
Do you notice anything? Numbers here. Look.
We got a 17, of course,
And?
a 3 and a 3.
Yeah. Look down here, comrades. If you can see that 3-3. Another great piece here by Auntie Koviet. Are you ready to roll, Bartender? All right, okay. What time are we on? All right, we're 10 minutes past 11. It is Ramish Radio tonight, in case you guys didn't know. It's a regular.
We're just having a party in the studio.
We're actually having a party.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you in a minute. Right, Bartender, roll the track.
This is where it starts to get interesting. If we go, let's jump forwards. We'll go to Are Humans Already Machines?
Okay, let me just find that slide.
We can always jump back. Like I said, we've got to look at this as it's in motion. I could have actually done this in reverse. It doesn't really matter. We could have thrown them all up.
You just tell me which slide you want, Master Lee.
Yeah, so
I've got it. It's on the screen.
yeah, so this would be. I'm going to say this from both sides. So, for instance, the dark occult world, they would already see humanity as machines. Now, obviously, a lot of people object to that description or definition of humans, because obviously humans will say, well, look, I can make decisions, I'm conscious, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's a huge proportion of the dark occult world that don't actually believe in that. They believe that humans are machines that are just pushed around by external influences, by external authorities, by belief systems, by third-party ideas. That humans, generally speaking, as a species, they don't have the third force of reason, and there is lots of evidence to suggest that. So if you look at fashions, if you look at education, if you look at indoctrination, basically humans are programmable, the same way they're hackable. They can be programmed, they can be pre-programmed. The programs can be changed quite quickly. I mean, just look at how they're able to alter reality or people's belief systems over the last 2 years. Personally, I don't think it was that difficult for them to completely kind of change people's views. Now, one day somebody will be pro this, the next day they'll be pro that. Now, if you take the example of the latest thing, I stand by the latest thing. That's a good working example of how they would view humanity as machines.
I support the current thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Is that a
and
Sagehead?
Yeah, that is so
That
sad,
is
yeah.
Sagehead.
Yeah, we coined that. That's an international
Yeah, big
creator
up,
wide
Sage.
meme. We did it.
yeah, and so even from the lighter cult world, you could say they would equally describe the main problem for humanity is that not that humans are machines, but they act like machines. So this is the main difference. So the dark occult world will actually view humanity as machines, basically slaves. The light occultists will say the biggest problem with humanity is that humans act like machines, but they're not machines. Um, they're they're basically operating well and way below their potential. So the consciousness is very low.
So essentially, humans have, in the current time frame that we're in, we've got shitty programming.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah,
Malware has been added.
We've got shitty programming as opposed to like top-notch level programming from
yeah, and that's
programming.
largely so. Every human will have what's known as a sympathetic nervous system, and you could say that the nervous system is possibly one of the most important aspects of a human, and that is where it's the easiest way to control somebody is via the sympathetic nervous system. So what does that mean? So I could actually describe a human being to an alien, and they would actually come to the conclusion that a human is a machine. So if I said to you, do you control your heart rate? Do you control your blinking? Do you control your swallowing? Do you control your liver function, kidneys, so on and so forth? It just happens, doesn't it?
It's
It's
all
mechanical.
autonomous, basically.
Yeah, it's part of
It's
the
like when
sympathetic nervous system.
the whole pregnancy, getting impregnated. Like we don't control what happens, do we? Once the woman's been impregnated with the male's essence, then it just does it itself. Obviously, you have to
Yeah,
keep yourself fed and stuff like that, but your
Yeah.
body just does it.
yeah. So for instance, the light occult world, they would describe humans as like machines, but with the potential to be a lot more. So you could say that a human is either um, controlled by the machine or they get to control the machine. So it'd be the same way even with your mobile phone. If your mobile phone or your smartphone is controlling you, um, then it could be problematic. Or you get to control and enjoy the use as a tool that will enhance your consciousness by using a smartphone. So even like with this platform right now, we're using technology, but are we using it consciously or are we mechanically using it? Are we being driven to use it, or are we making a conscious decision to participate by using this platform? And that
And
makes all the
what are we
difference.
broadcasting as well? Are we broadcasting things that are uplifting people in a positive way, or are we broadcasting garbage?
Yeah. So to kind of speed this up, the dark occult world, they will use the mainstream media, narratives, politicians, scientism, many other mechanisms that will basically direct humans with external influences, impulses, fears, and they're basically tapping into the nervous system, especially of the lower functions of the nervous system, which is basically fear-based stuff, instinctive stuff, and that is where it becomes problematic. So you could actually describe being aware, being awake, would be the ability to rise above the mechanical functioning of a human, and not everybody will participate in that. Some people are quite happy to be machines.
Sure. Well, it's
They
a lot
just don't wanna-
easier.
They just don't want to be called machines.
And then what the whole reason behind that? Because I've looked into this, and it comes down to the fact that they don't want responsibility.
Yeah, and the thing is, when it comes to things like consciousness, spirit, essence, it means you need to have a certain amount of so you need energy to drive the physical body, which could be described as a machine. You also need a type of substance or energy to drive the growth of consciousness, essence, spirit, and so on and so forth. So it requires effort. The same way, if you want to build your body up, build your machine up. If you want to strengthen your machine, you have to go to the gym, you have to do those press ups, you have to go running, so on and so forth. Well, equally, if you want to develop consciousness and spirit, because nature isn't going to do it for you. You could almost say that nature is not particularly bothered either way, because nature is neutral. So this is where you could say humanity has been left to its own devices, and maybe not everybody will be able to develop consciousness or awareness to the degree that they can have any kind of growth or experience not being a machine. Now, if you look at the last 2 years, and what has come out of the last 2 years, it's a term known as the NPC. So would it be fair to say that an NPC is a type of machine?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's what does NPC actually mean? Non-player character.
Non-player
I mean, you
character.
coined it neuro-programmed caveat.
Yeah, I mean, non-player character was brought about when everyone was just going along with the current thing, which is this came around before the Soviet Union. But I thought, well, why is everyone going along with the current thing?
Because
every
they've
time?
been neurally
They're
programmed.
a
by the
neuro-programmed
Soviet Union.
Soviet, yeah, an NPC.
That's very apt.
Very out. Big shout to Kk, who just bought a Raw Treat ticket. They get a limited edition Raw Treat T-shirt when they enter the arena. Congratulations.
All right. Let's move to Rage Against the Machine.
Okay. Oh, it's the next slide. Sweet. Some people have said I'm like this guy here. I look a bit like him. Maybe it's the hair.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the first pictures that came up, and coincidentally it had fear on. I didn't put that on. So to control the machine, you need to tap into the sympathetic nervous system, which is basically the lower functions of a machine. So you could say it's a type of reductionism. So they're reducing the human's potential to be a machine. Like I say, the dark occult world will actually classify humans as machines. The light occult world will say that humans act like machines, but they're not actually machines. So that makes a massive difference. So what do we do about that? The rage against the machine, so human versus machine. So you could say that everybody has the propensity to be mechanical. Everybody has the potential to be a machine or machine-like or like an NPC. Now, how do we prevent that, or how do we stop that? Well, this is the strange thing. Now, I don't want to go too much into solutions because we're going to come to that at the end. But as an example, you could actually describe this process. The process of awakening means that you have to put the machine to sleep. Now, how do we put the machine to sleep? Well, that would mean that you go into a type of parasympathetic nervous system where you become conscious. You consciously control the machine as opposed to the machine controlling itself or controlling you. And you could also describe it as a type of almost tranquility, relaxation.
This is what Sam at Toroidal Dynamics does with his breath work. It's all about engaging the parasympathetic system and actually totally controlling the body.
And also, there are tools that can help us do this as well. Things
Yep.
like meditation, hallucinogenic mushrooms, any type of psychedelics, really, if used correctly, of course, not used.
Used correctly
things like
as a tool.
yeah, things like cannabis, things like that. They can all
I've
help in
had
the
one of the most
process.
incredible out-of-body experiences ever.
But all this
Simply
can really
on
help you
cannabis.
control the parasitical fucking force.
And I'll just let you know that Toroidal Dynamics is available at Ratree, included in the ticket price, doing breathing techniques and guided breathing to ignite exactly what Master Lee is talking about here, and that's included in the ticket price.
Yeah. So what we're basically describing is the ability to, and I'm not suggesting for one moment that we have to count every heartbeat and so on and so forth. There is a place for the machine, but we shouldn't be controlled by the machine. The same way you shouldn't be controlled by your mobile phone, by your computer, by any form of technology. In fact, you shouldn't really be controlled by any external authority or device. We have to kind of raise our consciousness so that we start being conscious and being able to be aware and awake to make decisions. That is the real meaning of being awake. I've said this so many times. Being awake doesn't mean say that that we didn't go to the moon or 9/11 wasn't an inside job. To truly awaken means to be able to observe the machine or the machine aspects of yourself, because we do have that, and we need to spot and observe when the machine is driving or running the show or being driven by a third party or an entity or whatever, something that isn't you. So we need to be very clear to differentiate between that. But once again, it's not about introspection. It's more about self-observation. In the dojo, this is basically what we teach. We teach the techniques to be able to slow down the machine so the machine isn't running the show. And you may get a few moments, you may get seconds, you may get minutes, you may, if you're lucky, get a couple of hours where the machine is actually put to sleep. And then consciousness, essence, spirit, all of the intangible substances and qualities of a human actually get to do something for once, as opposed to being driven. Now, if you look at the way society is almost an extension of the machine. So if you look at the way that society is structured, it's very mechanical, and it wants to it functions like a machine, like a macro machine, and it's being driven by micro machines. So we talk about the rat race, we talk about the hamster wheel. You could kind of say that is the sort of proof that we're living in a type of machine, and it's going to get worse on the current trajectory that we're on. So this is a kind of massive shout out to as part of the conscious shock or awakening or reminder.
Let's put into perspective what we've recently been talking about almost every week is the days of Noah Harari, and he's been talking about hackable humans. Now, let's just think about some of the things that he's said that is happening, going to happen, and then bring that into relation to what Inner Guardians has just said, that we do have a machine aspect to all of us. So maybe what they're actually looking to hack into is that automatic process that is built into us. It's not about necessarily hacking our consciousness. It's about hacking the machine side of us, which is, let's face it, that's going to be a lot easier to hack than the divine spark of infinite
I don't
creation.
think they could hack that. Not the divine spark.
It has to be. It has to be. Lopped off or dulled down or hidden behind a firewall of some kind. I think there's nothing that can quench that.
Yeah, and so as an example, on the presentation that I did when I first came on the show, and you've replayed it, I talked about the fire system. So you could actually describe this fire system as, and I probably didn't describe it to the best of my ability. So as an example, with a fire system, you would do that when the machine is put to sleep. I don't mean like literally. I just mean the machine is calmed down and relaxed. So as an example, it doesn't mean so that we put the machine to sleep and then we don't do anything. No, quite the opposite. We get to program the machine. So if you say focus, intent, so that would be to focus an intent, to make an aim. So basically, what you're doing is, or what you would do is, it's a type of, I guess, self-hypnosis. You put the machine in a relaxed position, and then you give the machine purpose. You give the machine purpose. The purpose isn't being given from an external force. So when you when you're focused and you have an intent or intention or an aim, you're programming your machine, and then when you wake up the machine, it gets to do and it gets to work for you, not work for somebody else. Because remember, we're living in some kind of usurped slave realm. So if you're not using your machine is going to be used by another agency or entity.
Gosh.
Yeah, that was good use of gosh for sure.
Yeah.
And by the way, that is not a free ticket giveaway. Gosh, we haven't ignited that. Yeah, okay, that was just from what Inner Guardian said.
Yeah. So
Gosh isn't really a jingle anyway. It's not.
No,
it's
gosh
not
is
a
just part,
jingle.
it's
Yeah,
just part of
gosh
the
is
furniture
like,
around here, isn't it? Basically, it's like a sofa.
Yeah. So the same way in the mundane, ordinary life, we go to sleep, we wake up. You can do it consciously as well. So, for instance, you can, and I strongly recommend that everybody develops a daily practice. And this is also why I would strongly recommend that people go to Ra Retreat, because you're going to be fully immersed into all kinds of types of practices. Because what works for me may not work for you. What appeals to me may not appeal to you. I'm predicting at Ra Retreat you're going to be able to be exposed and participate in all types of practices, and you're going to find something that, and it may mean that you take a little bit from one person, a bit from another, and maybe you're going to swap together your own practice. But I strongly recommend that everybody develops a daily practice that involves some form of relaxing the machine, having strong intent, having a stronger spirit, allowing the essence to actually stand up and be counted, and we become sovereign, you could say. That would be the definition of self-sovereignty.
Yeah, absolutely. Putting your essence into your own intentional co-creation is very, very powerful indeed, and it is certainly like a feedback loop. I can attest to that myself. You can feed off the energy that you're creating.
Yeah, and the physical manifestation of the wrong use of the machine is actually very easy to identify. Stress, chronic tension. Now, why is there an increase in stress and an increase in chronic tension? It's because everybody's personal machine is not being used by them. It's being used by somebody else. So the machine is being used like a slave. And it's only going to get worse unless you do something about it. And you have to make that choice, conscious
I think.
decision.
Hackable humans.
I think as the technology evolves as well, that opens it up, like you say, to get worse. Like the more this shit evolves, whatever they're working on behind the scenes, these whatever's in these stabby jabs, and
well, that's surely what about
think about the nanotech, the Schwab dust, how long that's been around for, and you think they're evolving that. Probably you got new models of that coming out.
this
all the
final
time.
frontier of being inside our body that Inner Guardians has talked about. He said that we've conquered the crater, gone to the edges, gone round the globe, whatever you believe. Now they want to go within.
Can I just butt in, Lance? Sorry.
Go on.
They want to go within, but I reckon there's two stages to go in within for them, in their opinion. They need to be able to control the physical, but then they need to get into the soul, and that's what I'm not sure they can do. Yeah, I don't know.
But maybe it's not about that. It's actually about once you get inside, you can make the body and the machine more susceptible to the hackable human technology. However, that's playing out, whether it's EMF frequencies, whether it's something that's psychosomatic through the media. I don't know how it works, but there's definitely a frequency that's beamed out from Babylon that goes into NPCs' heads that programs them.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Are you smoking a cigar again?
I am smoking a cigar.
Dirty
let's,
tobacco smoker.
Hey, these are organic, mate.
Let's move on, and we are going to go back into a lot of these subjects, especially when we come onto the golem aspect. Let's talk about the stimulation response meat suit expansion. That's how they would describe humans or what they want to do to humans. So they actually number it in 5 stages. So you've got the nervous system, muscular system, vascular system, skeletal system, organ system. Okay, so they would class that as the stimulation response meat suit and the expansion of those. So you could look at that as type of terrain that they want to conquer. They're moving at the numbers. We're probably at the number 3, probably the vascular system. It's probably where we're at the moment with the current health crisis and situation. But the number 1 is the nervous system. So pay attention to your nervous system and make friends with your nervous system. Get to know your nervous system. Now, when you meet people in the morning or in the afternoon, you generally say, you know, how you doing? You know, how's your leg or something, or how's your arm? But you don't really say to somebody, how's your nervous system?
Yeah, how's your nervous system?
Yeah.
Just doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
Sorry to butt in, guys. Can Sam Khan or the other admins just get rid of these sex bots, please, in the chat?
It's all sex bucks and monkey pox.
So as an example, maybe at Raw Tweet, we can start asking each other how our nervous system is.
Yeah, how's your central nervous system doing? Tight.
How's your essence?
Yeah.
How's
What
your
are
essence
your
today?
essence levels like?
Yeah, I mean, we need to start asking different questions. You know,
How is
gotta
your
find-
consciousness this morning? Instead of saying good morning, you say, how is your consciousness this morning?
How many rabbits have you had for breakfast?
How deep are you? How deep are you underground in the hole?
Let's move to the next one. We'll change the subject slightly. So let's go to the God above gods,
Ooh,
the question of the demiurge.
this looks good. Okay.
Okay, so this is the sort of great Gnostic question. Now, so far we've kind of been talking about matter or material and spirit. We've kind of left out probably the most important part, which is the God or the creator. And I guess you could say this is the great Gnostic question. Now, there's an assumption, a massive assumption, that there's only one God and that it's just God. So when people talk about God, it's assumed that they're talking about one God. But there could actually be demigods. There could be the God below God or the gods below God. And I've got my personal views, personal opinions about this subject. But I think it's something that you have to factor in. So as an example, if you think that we're living under some kind of satanic or demigod or a god that has error, then straight away you're going to think that something's wrong with this realm and that we need to escape from this realm. We need to fix this realm. Maybe we need to be a better god than the demigod. And I would suggest that this is also part of the agenda, that these people behind the transhuman singularity, they would actually be a type of Gnostic if they believe in God at all. I would say a lot of them don't, but if they do, they would probably say or suggest that we're living under some type of demiurge, which would be a lesser god with error, and it needs to be corrected.
The demiurge is determined to drain your soul with guilt and burden.
Yeah, and so in their minds, right, if you actually sat down with them, they would actually see that they're force for good. So they would actually possibly see that transhumanism is a way of correcting the human error and the errors of the lesser god.
Can I butt in again, Lee? Do you mind?
Sure.
So in the teachings of like Enki and the so-called genetic masters that manipulated our genes for whatever reason, the Anunnaki, whatever you want to call them, maybe that's what they're trying to correct.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Just a question, just a thought.
And then maybe the elites of today are actually sort of LARPing out or reenacting what the Anuna or
they
the
did.
Anunnaki did, because we see that playing out today, possibly in the the different factions of the global elite, like the stories that Jason Brasiers in Archaics has brought to light recently, and the proper chronology of what happened there, not 450,000 years ago. This is actually old biblical times. Enoch, Enki, the story of the angels and demons. Well, who are they? They're probably different warring factions of the Anuna that we wrote about.
Yeah.
And and it seems that it's just playing out again. Some want to further enslave us. Some want to seem to be able to give us the light and have us have the choice of free will. I heard someone describe Musk as an Enki character.
That's what I mean. I remember, Lance, in the very first introduction, before you'd even launched Rise Above, you had an introduction for it.
I've got
and
that
you
still.
said
That's
in
called
there,
Episode 0.
Yeah, that's right. And you said in there are warring factions. Don't forget, there's warring factions. These people aren't all on the same page.
We'll have to replay that in Black Market.
Like what we discussed earlier, Master Lee, when you said they're not all on the same side. Like Elon Musk doesn't necessarily support their version of the singularity, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, these people might, because
By
some
the way,
of these
before
people
lose their shit, that wasn't me like saying I'm pro Elon Musk and I think he's Enki. I just said someone
no,
else said that.
some
And put that
some
on the
of
table.
these elites, if you want to call them that, some of them believe that they are the descendants of the Anunnaki, Enki, and all of those people.
Well, listen,
or like demigods because their ancestors mated with them, or
what about
whatever.
what The Guardian said before? I'll never forget when he said this live on the show, and it probably went over a lot of people's heads, and maybe you've forgotten. He said something like this: people argue about how they built the pyramids when you could probably just go and ask the people today. And I said, what?
Yeah.
And he said, what? The people that built the pyramids are still walking the earth today. And he's like, well, yeah, maybe not in the same meat suit, but yeah. So, we might not be talking about when we say the elites, the people on TV like Bill Gates and Elon Musk. We're talking about the real owners, the real bloodlines that no one sees.
Yeah.
The people that are above the black and white pope and all the black nobility families,
Yeah. Well, let's put a conceptual framework to all of this. So let's ask two questions. The first one: are we living under a demigod who has errors? Okay.
Yes.
That's question one. Question two: are we living under an all-loving and caring God?
Right. I mean, I hate to pull first principles on you, Sensei, but see, the problem for me is the word of God.
Yeah.
Because we all come generally from a Judeo-Christian background. It sort of means like the creator of the universe and the creator of everything, because that's how it is described. There were the sun, moon, and stars. There was nothing. In Islam, Allah creates the entire universe. But for me, if this demiurge character is as described,
Demigod.
it's
Right,
for one, it's a demigod, it's a lesser god, it's a god that has negative emotions,
half god.
but it only seems to actually be in charge of this sort of schism reality that's been created, because I believe, I'm probably misquoting here, but the Gnostics believe that we're sort of living in some false synthetic paradigm created by the demiurge to trick us so that he's one step ahead and his archons can take our loosh, or I guess loosh is a newer term than used in the Nag Hammadi text, but you get what I'm saying. So I see this character as probably Yahweh. That's going to really upset a lot of people. This is my personal opinion.
Doesn't matter if it upsets people. We put everything on the table here.
Yahweh, the Yahweh character as described by the Jews and the Christians, seems to be the best candidate for this demiurge that the Gnostics describe, and I'm sure many Gnostics would probably agree with that as well. In that way, I do sort of have a lot of sympathy for this ideology, I think.
Well, my take on those two questions is, I'll take the third option. So I would say potentially both. So what I mean by that is that humans have the capacity to live under one or the other, or maybe jump between the two. So what do I mean by that? I would say it's also connected to the nervous system, and to the brainwave states. So as an example, when you're relaxed, when you're experiencing tranquility, you then transfer the ray of creation under an all loving and caring God.
Yes. Inspector Veg is in the studio, bruv. Gosh. Sounding Chris. Let us know how we're sounding. Give us some hashtags or something.
Reality.
That was a mad thing, the master. When that happened, I can't believe everyone didn't talk out about that.
Well, some of us did, mate. Some of us talked about it.
Yeah.
Boom. One tune down. Right. What's next?
Check.
Big up Rise and Shine.
This one, non-compliance. Big up True Hippie. Check. Yo, if you think that you're high risk, get healthy, don't buy shit. Don't be scared of a cough and a little bit of spit, cause it's not legit. I didn't really care about the testing kit. I don't know why they're still getting tested for it. Living in fear in the houses with disinfectant, wiping down all the surfaces. Practicing social distancing, cause they can't see where the real Mercus is. Figured out the way they're gonna stay alive if they're washing their hands every 15 minutes. So deep in it, they ain't never gonna see where the sin is. Psychologically subdued, watching the news, they don't wanna die hard. Bruce Willis, yo, mass non-compliance. The lockdowns ain't backed by science. We come to bring that truth, show them proof that we are the giants. Mass non-compliance, the lockdowns ain't backed by science. We come to bring that truth, show them proof that we are the giants. They want me tracing tracks, cut you out without an iPhone app. Follow the rules or you'll all get sacked. Just like sheep with the wolves in a pack. Cooling but still calling for tax. I can't wait for the walls to collapse. I ain't gonna sit back and wait for the vax. And I still can't drink water from the tap. Them man, they want arms. They must think that we're born in barns. Try to finesse, but they ain't got a chance. Push bare fear cause they wanna advance. Say they wanna keep us alive, but didn't mention the electric plants. Now we can't go to the club and dance. A little while back, man, the media were blaming Qurans. Mass non-compliance, the lockdowns ain't backed by science. We come to bring that truth, show them proof that we are the giants. Mass non-compliance, the lockdowns ain't backed by science. We come to bring that truth, show them proof that we ain't So don't ask me why I'm not wearing a mask. You get air, so don't ask me why I'm not wearing a mask. You get air, so don't ask me why I'm not wearing a mask. You get air, cause the government keeps talking shit about COVID and new strains, but we're not scared.
Yes, it's Friday night, it's Rise Above. Inspector Veg is live in the studio. We are sounding Chris. Big up everybody tuned in. Eye for an eye. Clarice Starling, I see ya. Sovereign Jane, I see ya. It's Rise Above. Oma Beats. Veg is sounding on point tonight. Big up everybody in the studio. Shout to Andy PG. Shout to Bartender. Gosh. Boom.
Trample on the evil intention.
Oh. Yeah, just a little preview there. All right, the third one. Inspector Veg. One more, please.
Trample on the evil intentions like. Trample on the evil intentions like. Trample on the evil intentions like. Every time I look around, all I see is fear and lies, and the truth doesn't get mentioned like. 3 strikes, parasites can get pushed to the side. Claim that they add value to our lives, but their lives will serve. I serve the sauce when I ride. Breathing full when I vibrate high. Non-physical what, so I can't die. See the truth now, so I can't let slide. Live for God, don't money, so I can't get bribes. And I won't subscribe. No television, so I don't pay Sky. Spit flow to the ticks on your clothes, get old and dry, then we go inside. No 9, no minor when the third eye pops and they both go blind. And fall back from the token scheme to the intelligent design. It's our time. Trample on the evil intentions yo. Trample on the evil intentions like. Trample
And then
on
they
the
tried to,
evil
remember when they tried to say
intentions,
it's only
like.
gatherings of 6 people? I said, I like gatherings more than 6. Yeah, I'll take the risk. Cause they're taking the piss when I eat out. They want my name on the list. Speak out cause I came to assist. Not scared, still shake hands and bump the fist. If we carry on following the government guidelines, trust me, this ain't gonna end with we're at war with the government. So stop loving them, get out of sheep mode and be bold. Even when there ain't no vitamin D and it all gets peak and the streets get cold. Something like an ice cream cone. Who knows, man, you might need to bust up a drone. We ain't gonna sit back and take all that crap cause we're coming from the front line.
Trample on the evil intentions like. Trample on their evil intentions.
And then I went to the shop, tried to pay with the cash, and they won't let me pay with the cash. So this is what I said. I only use cash, not card. I won't wear the mask on trains and buses. The supermarket ain't super. I won't stand in the queue cause that's where the sugar and pus is. They wanna keep us dehydrated, sedated, they're turning us all into druggies. I said the media, they're full of shit like I can't see you smart with a mask on. Some people are just too far gone, willing to all rise up like a hard on. Got a few tracks that I need to put bars on. Got a few tracks that need to get laced. I don't need to be tracked and traced. I come here to put the facts in your face. There's a whole lot of truth we can all embrace.
Trample on their evil
Holy
intentions,
shit.
intentions like trample on their evil intentions, intentions like trample on their evil intentions, intentions like every time I look around all I see is fear and lies and the truth doesn't get mentioned like.
Whoa. What just happened? Inspector Veggie just killed it. Big shout to everyone tuned in. Now it's time for me to step up to the pace. It's Friday night. This is Rise Above. How's everyone doing? Yo. Corona the crown of your highness. Corona the crown of your highness. Or the molecule inside your sinus. Corona the crown of your highness. Or the molecule inside your sinus. This ain't Wuhan bronchitis. It's the to some medical mafia virus. 3 million came from Obama. Dr. Fauci through Big Pharma. Move it to Wuhan, ring the alarm. It's our virus, bruv, that's karma. And Bill Gates made a prediction. Event 201 is not a fiction. 66 million people die of corona affliction. Let me spit some vocal wisdom. Nothing social but a social distance. Their minds get locked in a mental prison. I hope their sentence lessons. They program fear. I shine the torch on the program here. 2030's 8 more years. Yo, it's 7 more years. Yo, they wrote the agenda. One world in the blender. Double L's real, bruv. And I'm not a pretender. It's double L. Back to back with Inspector Veg. What you saying, Veg? Turn it.
Yo, the food is fake, the medicine's fake, the education system is fake. They want you fighting with the thoughts in your head all day long so you never get a break. They don't want you meditating in the sunshine with big fruit sitting by the lake. They want you dumb down so you listen to Drake. They want the teenagers to all self-flake. They ain't gonna give, they're always gonna take. They want you in as this buying a steak. They ain't gonna share one slice of the cake. They ain't even gonna follow the rules they make. They ain't even gonna follow the rules they bring on. One for you better know that I'm a king. They killed the indigenous and made us all prisoners, and that's the real reason I do my thing. Like beat the matrix, defeat the matrix. Stand up, don't take a seat in the matrix. You gotta watch while you're eating the matrix. Can't touch, process me in the matrix. Life ain't fair in the matrix. Drink booze if you're there in the matrix. You gotta learn self-care in the matrix. Always gonna need Tupperware. Yo, come to your party. Empty headlight, ramming on my Harshy. I'm pulling that parsley. Rolling with the electric army. Babylon sending the whole world balmy. Don't want Gucci, don't want Versace. Man, I gotta go deep, get to Samadhi. Meditate every day and do Pilates. So don't offer me K on your car keys. I don't need a watch, I'm the watcher. I don't drink coffee in Costa. It's just right here, I never lost her. So you won't see me stepping on a Foster. I don't need a watch when I'm watching. I got powers like Austin. God's right here, I never lost it. Merge with the one, I don't care what it's costing. Like, I represent strength.
Represent
about what
strength.
you bench.
Holy shit, Inspector Veg. Yo, I said this is a system test. Adjust your parameters. Corrupt and scandalous, life is crude and amorous. Are you a victim? Yeah. Cameras flash, they dazzle us. You can't predict the threat of a flow so deep and cavernous, deep and hazardous, with incredible length and wide diameters. I'm not your average maverick. Lock your 16s, leave them staggering like a sick dream in the mind of a sick team. When Fred come a dagger in, I spray like whipped cream in the face of a clown for imagining. You can never come a challenging, I'll leave you spinning in my slipstream. It's not happening. This is a system test, no routine system check. Keep your eyes on the screen, it's all lies on the screen. Look for the lies in between.
Reports of a plane crash in the World Trade Center in New York.
Outside Liverpool Street Station.
11 people have been confirmed dead in an attack on the controversial French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo. 5 people are in critical condition.
Have been killed in Paris and more than 200 are injured in a series of attacks across the city.
There have been 2 explosions at Brussels Airport and the blast at a city centre metro station.
It's double L, you've heard of me, the flow's poison, liquid mercury. Hear my voice when I curse this beat, I let it moisten before surgery. Guilty in charge, repeat offender, for revealing elitist agenda. Still at large, delete the data, success or defeat or retreat or surrender. And I can't let go, killer artist Charlie Hebdo. That's a false flag, actors in tow, and the blame is Islam for the media show. 2 weeks later, Copenhagen, could it be bait of these global pagans? These traitors feed off people hating, so nothing's changed. Guilty in charge, repeat offence. My arse is back on the bench. The prosecution speaks my offensive views of my former defence. So hence, sort the
factions. Fearful thoughts gain traction. Step one in a chain reaction. Weapons of mass distraction. Fired by whirlwind factions. That's a direct action. Breaking down on human attraction.
Not really free your mind, it's free yourself from mind. That's why society is structured to completely engross us in things to occupy our mind. Open your mind.
There's a war going on through our minds, through our attention, through our lives, and it keeps going on because we remain blind. The system is shoveling shit in our eyes. Consume this, watch that, or anything on a big screen that's flat. Distractions come in many formats. Time is one thing you never claw back. Weapons of mass distraction, fired by whirlwind factions. Fearful thoughts gain traction. Step one in a chain reaction. Playing GTA, well, you're flushing the focus away. I'm cruising through this breathing illusion. Why do I need your game to play? This is real, are you feeling me? It's all vice in the city, no liberty. Put down the Xbox controller when I bust a verbal soliloquy. Weapons of mass distraction, fired by whirlwind factions. That's a direct action, breaking down on human attraction. There's no need for a power up. I discharge my aura, climb a mountain, cross a border, attack an all in a mind explorer. I want a PSC, a teleporter, to a land with no structural order. No distractions from warring factions, leading people like lambs to the slaughter. Weapons of mass distraction, fired by whirlwind factions. Fearful thoughts gain traction. Step one in a chain reaction. See me, I write about issues. You wipe joy pads with tissues. Unconsciously moving along while your awareness is stuck in situ. For your mind, it's a major misuse. You're online, settling disputes. In a deathmatch, throwing a smoke grenade. I'm in a sound clash, smoking big suits. Weapons of mass distraction, fired by whirlwind factions. Fearful thoughts gain traction. Step one in a chain reaction. Weapons of mass distraction, fired by whirlwind factions. That's a direct action, breaking down on human attraction. Weapons of mass distraction, fired by whirlwind factions. Fearful thoughts gain traction. Step one in a chain reaction. Weapons of mass distraction, fired by whirlwind factions. That's a direct action, breaking down on human attraction.
More or less a way that we can, how do I say, show or communicate our emotions or the emotional aspects of humanity. So, yeah, it's described as a tail. Some people say it's at the base of the spine. Some people say it's at the base of the skull.
Like a receptor.
No, what you're talking about is actually official Darwinian evolution, I believe. Even I remember learning at secondary school in biology that at one stage of evolution, we were potentially semi-aquatic or lower level mammalian, and we actually do have an appendage which is a tail. And some humans, even in modern day recorded science, are born with a slight appendage coming off the bottom of their spine, which is essentially a tail. I've read that, and that's in mainstream science. So that's what you just said there. That's nothing alternative, nothing occult. That's mainstream science, mate.
Do we not potentially also have a stage of development in the womb as well? Sorry to cut you there, though.
A state of development in the womb. What exactly do you mean?
Potentially, where we have a tiny tail and it's a throwback. I thought that was official as well.
Can you pull that over here? Pull it over, mate. We've just got some Jamie images going on here, and let's just share that screen. These are actual humans which are born with a real tail appendage. I don't know if that one on the right is real, but these ones here on the left, these are real medical photos of people born with tails. Not all of them. Go back up to the top. I'm saying these ones, like these ones here. I think they look genuine to me. So, back to what Inner Guardian says. What stage of our experimental DNA altering caused this tail? Big questions.
Well, you're asking me the question, yeah?
Well, I'm saying, yeah. I mean, what would you suggest? I mean, you said from your teacher that this was left over from some past experiment with a tail. What kind of...
The tail has been put on, it's also been removed, but the properties of the tail still remain. It's not a done deal with regards to the information with regards to tails, because it's, we can't see it. We've got no direct experience of it right now. So these are stories or truths or gnosis that have been passed on from teacher to teacher. But it is within esoteric circles that humanity at some point
did have a type or form of tail. Like I say, some schools say it's at the base of the skull, like a ponytail, or others say it's at the base of the spine from the coccyx.
Could this be related to some of the biblical stories of people like Moses having little miniature half-formed horns? Is this related?
I would probably say it's more like Samson.
Samson was like a giant, wasn't he, in the Old Testament?
Well, he lost his strength, didn't he, when he had his hair cut off?
But, so he's like a Hercules character.
It's probably more like the Avatar movie. Something along those lines.
We could do a whole episode on what that represents. Larry Gallus says the Great Fire of London, 1666, was a reset. Taxes and rebuilding followed. A major build back better. Larry Gallus kills it, and that's why Larry
every week.
Did he get that? Larry, did you get that T-shirt that I sent to the Philippines? I hope you got it. I gave him a free T-shirt because his comments were so sick.
I think you said the other week.
I'm sure he did. I always forget because I drink bubbly on the show. It's Friday night, but 1666. What is there? BBB. They reset taxes. They reset civilization because these guys writing these maps that we're identifying right here. This was the 15th century. And as we know from looking at people like John Levy and these reset researchers, that in the 1600s, there was a huge amount of fires. Not just the Fire of London. There was a large amount of plagues. Larry Gallus says, watch a movie about Charles Darwin last night, Origins of Species, all a common ancestor. Charles Darwin, was he an occultist? What are we saying in The Guardians?
I would say so, yes. But here's something to think about. Years ago, when they built a lot of these amazing structures or buildings, even like cathedrals, the people that actually designed them would never have seen them because it took longer than they would live.
Like 100 years or something.
Yeah, so these characters, they play the long game.
Intergenerational.
Transgenerational agenda.
Yeah.
And I've always said that to people. And what does that mean? How would anyone foresee or take part in an agenda that was outside of their generation? Well, here's number one. Take the esoteric, take the occult out of it. Look at the structure of royal families. They stand there and they hold the ground, they hold the fort for the generation to come after, and they have a sense of duty. Okay?
Yep.
There's nothing about, I'm going to live 100, I'm going to see that. They know they're not going to see their grandchildren, but they want to carry on the lineage. Well, that's on a 3D level. When you extract that out of it and you look on a macro or an extra 3D level about why a group of people would be perpetrating a transgenerational agenda, well, the other conclusion is what? Is that from their point of perception, they're not just looking at it from their lifespan.
Horizontalists.
Yeah. Horizontally.
They live on the linear. So you asked me the question, is it cyclical or linear? And I said both. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, we're living in a kind of multi-dimensional realm where you've got the horizontal and the vertical and the axis.
Do you think that's what's represented by the cross?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Let's be real. What you're talking about is quite very archetypal.
Yeah, it symbolizes the crossroads. Remember I said about the crossroads? This is why you should always pay attention at the crossroads, because that is where you can either... it's an opportunity to change your reality, or potentially your reality at the crossroads. It's symbolic.
Okay. Got a question on the screen from Chop the Dog. Where do we think, as a team, that Bezos is pumping all the money? So we're talking about hundreds of billions. We're talking about trillions.
Well, he's
Jeff
farming
Bezos
as well, isn't he?
Is he? Go on, Magic.
He's doing the same as what Bill Gates is doing with the farming land.
He's a big farmer too.
Yeah.
What?
He's building gates.
Right, okay. Building gates.
Yeah. Well, I've just seen
gates?
Sorry?
You said building gates, and I know what you're talking about. I'd like you to expand. What kind of gates do you think he's building?
Well, I'm just playing with the name of Bill Gates, and I had a bit of a download after last week, and with regards to Mr. Bill Gates, it dawned on me that he's actually building gates and portals.
And he wants you to be ill.
Yeah, be ill. But yeah, they're gatekeepers, and also they're controlling, which is connected with what we're discussing tonight. For me, Antarctica represents the biggest gatekeeping operation in history of our realm.
And that's what we're talking about. So right now we've got on the screen, courtesy of Magix, some amazingly researched slides about the actual people behind the first official cartography of Antarctica. Have I got that right, Magix?
Well, it's not the first cartography of Antarctica. It's the first atlas of the world. But what you're about to see next is what else they did.
Okay, so have we covered this one? I'm not sure we have. Let's carry on here.
Yeah, this one's done.
Have we done the bottom half? We have.
Yeah.
So Christopher Plantin, these guys are 1520 to 1589. Right. Next up, this is the next slide. So Magix, explain what we're looking at here.
Well, do you want to just read that bit?
Okay. Christopher Plantin published and printed many interesting books, including Austerlius's Sinomia Geographica, 1578. His critical treatment of ancient geography, later republished in expanded form as Thesaurus Geographicus, 1587, and expanded once again in 1596, in which Ortelius first presented his theory of continental drift. That's something we live with today. So Christoph's great work is one of the most important Bibles ever printed, very rare copies being held at the Vatican, surprise, surprise, and London, as well as small numbers of others, I would guess in the Smithsonian. So this is the Plantin Polyglot Bible, Magix. Holy shit, I've never heard of this, mate.
So this Bible was written in, I believe it's 8 languages. So there's 8 copies of it. And to hold it is considered to have all 8 copies, which is the Vatican, Washington, and the Congress Library. And if you see that red picture, that is in the Congress Library. And that is a dedication to
MI5 or MI6. that triangle symbol. Almost
so can I just chime here? So all of these pictures, the producer, she's just pointed out that all of them pretty much look the same, as in they've all got 2 pillars kind of thing, or 2 people standing next to each other. So it's like
pillars of Hercules.
So excuse me. So what I'm getting from this, from my research, is that the 2 pillars represent the 2 brain hemispheres, and the coming together is like which was the image of Congress. Magic?
Do you want the red triangle? That's actually
so Congress, if you look at the word Congress, what it actually means, the word Congress means to come together. Okay. And so to me, this all symbolizes the 2 brain hemispheres coming together. So your consciousness being balanced and as one. That's what I'm getting from this.
Well, and this guy, all of these books around the edges. So this is the 15th century, top right, the 15th century, basically atlas of plants. So they covered maps, plants, religion. They covered pretty much all the topics, like the original
and it has
books.
you're saying it has, right, when you say Bible, let's get this straight. Is this like, when they say Bible, just an encyclopedia, or is it actually contained like a rewrite of the Christian Bible as well?
It's they wrote it in 8 different languages, so someone could have 8 different languages versions of the.
It's a copy Hebrew of the Bible, right? But with this cartography included.
Yes, but these ones around the edges are other books. So they did. One of these is the origins of physics, modern day physics.
This is a great spot. Zero Dragon 14. It looks like the Star Trek badge. That red symbol that you've just looked at, the triangle one, it looks exactly the same as the Star Trek badge. It does.
Well, very well spotted. That's the roof of Congress Library. And if you see the picture slightly above it, that is Plantin's watermark to the compasses. And remember, he was doing it in that photo? In that drawing of him?
He was holding the compasses up. Big up Becky, yes.
Watermark. That's his watermark for his printing. Everything had that on it.
Well, he was one of the original high-level Freemasonic adepts that really changed history, wasn't he, at the end of the day?
Him and the people around.
According to official history.
And he was also a member of the Family of Love.
In the Guardians, do you want to say something?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at this, and it's a bit of an overload, and I suggest everybody put on their metaphysical PPE to examine this.
Yes. Metaphysical personal protection equipment. That's what you're here in the Guardians.
What you're kind of looking at is these are gates, these are portals for each subject.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
So every subject.
So
every subject.
From a Freemasonic point of view, we're talking about the twin pillars of Joachim and Boaz, right? That's what Freemasons call these two pillars, Joachim and Boaz, the left and right pillar. And but one thing I'm going to say is these images don't have the third, the tertiary pillar in the background, which is quite synonymous with Freemasonic imagery. You move through the two pillars of Joachim and Boaz, you pass through the veil, and then you reach the synergy or the third option. Inner Guardians talks about this the third way. Immortal Technique, a very esoteric rapper, talks about the middle path. Same thing.
So this could be maybe symbolizing after that, after you get to the 33rd degree, you've got the enlightened degrees, the illuminated degrees after that, which are personal degrees, which go up to 45.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. To me, this looks like the gateway. This looks like a gateway to me.
That's what I'm saying. This may be a gateway to that. Maybe that's why you're not seeing the third pillar. Because if the third
potentially, yeah.
If you go through the two pillars through the veil, then to the third pillar, what I'm saying is the reason you might not see the third pillar in this because it's after that. I'm just hitting out just speculation, pure speculation.
When you guys are talking about resets, this is a reset of everything from the same group of people.
I would say so. Yeah, for sure.
A lot of these texts are the sources of modern day herbology and modern day physics, all sorts. And yeah,
these guys are the architects of it, the progenitors.
It seems that way.
It's the full spectrum.
Yeah, it is the full spectrum of everything, and this is a bite-sized chunk of it.
Okay, right. So let's move on to the next slide. So this is let's a recap. This is the 8 different planting polyglot Bibles in the 1500s. The cartographers of the world. This is like pre-Renaissance, right? Because Renaissance was the 60s.
The Bible is only the pictures in the 2 bottom left corner.
Okay.
And there's another one of it in the top center, but the rest of them are the one that's black and white, top right, is the field, the continental drift geography, the source of geography.
Oh, yeah.
Next to that, to the right, is the source of plants.
So you're actually saying that these are all the same documents. Each one of them is actually a different aspect.
Yeah, these are all different books.
But they're what? But they're all in different languages.
Yeah, some.
So to get the whole, so let's summarize this. To get the whole knowledge of this teaching, you'd have to reach each and every one of these books in 8
these
different
are also
languages.
printed in different languages as well. And
okay. So these are like eight points in a series of encyclopedias.
And there's also more than this. It was 122 documents that this company produced.
Well, I'm glad you managed to get into one slide, Magix, because we can't have 122 of these books. Holy shit! Lord of the rabbit hole. Right.
Lee said they covered the full spectrum when they were printing.
Yeah, these guys don't muck about. Like Inner Guardian said, that we're playing against master tacticians of a game where they've never printed the rule book. They've never even told us what the board looks like. They've never described the pieces. Rise Above family, all us, we're lucky. We're sat here with our table and we're looking at the game. I
don't know, mate. I'm looking at this. I'm pretty confused.
Well, it's different levels every week. But this was the analogy you gave me, wasn't it, Inner Guardians? We're playing against grandmasters and they've never published the rule book.
So this,
and they've given us a jigsaw puzzle that we have to figure out. This is why situations or opportunities like this, where we can come together and share knowledge and information, is very important because we're really up against it.
Yep. And that's why we built this table, to feast upon this knowledge. Right, next slide. So, Magix, what are these maps?
So these are the maps. So I brought up that original information just to give you a background on who gave us the maps that had Antarctica on. That's a background of the people, yeah. So these are the 2 maps from the world's first atlas to cover Antarctica.
Right.
The theatre of the orb. So that's that phrase again. So are they calling the orb the world?
That's the name. That's the name of the first atlas of the world. That is the name of it. Translated.
All I know is that on those 2 maps, Antarctica takes up at least 4 to 5 times the ratio level mass of any modern map. Can everyone agree on that?
Yeah.
I mean, look at the size of it.
So the
Let's just
modern
do a
day,
quick
the
full
modern
screen
day
on that.
theory is that this was theoretical, that no one had actually been there, and that it
So
was
even those
big.
Freemasons for hundreds of years with their cross compasses, they didn't know what they've been doing.
This is
No,
the
no one knew.
original-
This is still this is
no one
just
knew
making it
before.
up. They're winging it, yeah.
So they made it up to counteract the size of the landmass at the North Hemisphere, because they thought that's how it would work. Otherwise, it would spin out of balance. That's the mainstream story of how this map was drawn like this, theoretically.
Okay.
So if it's been out of balance, then there would have to have been gravity present for the whole globe to be sitting on, yeah?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
That
it wouldn't
was
need
the
it to be
theory.
heavier at the bottom. Interesting.
So then we have
Right.
top right. This is the original Greek map where the theory comes from
How do you say it? Ptolemy. Ptolemy.
Ptolemy. Yeah.
Ptolemy.
So,
So he was
if
the
you can
first
zoom
guy
in
to
on-
theorize land at the south.
Yeah. He
Do you want
come
me to
up with
zoom in on
theory.
that?
Yeah, if you can zoom in on it.
Okay. Right, bear with me.
If you,
We got-
if you have a
whenever
look
we-
at it, it doesn't
when we zoom
make,
in, we've got to do this.
it's
Right,
not
okay.
really Antarctica.
We zoom in. Right. Oh, it's the next one. Sorry. This one here. This is the Ptolemy map.
Yeah.
So Antarctica is like a band that covers the whole of the bottom of the Earth.
Yeah, but if you look there, you haven't got South America, you haven't got Australia, you haven't got loads of the Southern Hemisphere, you've just got that landmass.
And what year is
So-
this map from?
This is the it says on the first slide, Greek Empire a long time ago.
Are we talking about before the last guys that we showed, the Freemason guys in the
Yeah,
1500s?
way
This is
before. Way before.
What, 12, 11?
This is the
this
first
BT?
world map. This is the first world
First
map.
world map.
Yeah, the first
Okay,
world
anyone in the
map.
comment section, if anyone can tell me when the Ptolemy map, this first world map was
But
written out,
it says it
let's
on
have
the
in
first
comment
slide. It says it on the first slide in the first
Right,
paragraph.
we'll keep in this view if we need to go back to the first one, because we need this this zoom in view, because these slides you made are super detailed, mate. Big up Magix. Okay, back to the first one. So Ptolemy map. The
Nick,
zoom
keep
out
going
thing
up.
is down here. That's
to
the
number
zoom in,
14. Number 14.
Number 14.
So yeah, he lived around 100 to 170 AD.
AD. So in the year 100, the year 200, this Ptolemy guy, an ancient Greco-Roman astrologer, he was the first one to write that map. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the next one down.
Next
No,
one down
up.
is Marinus of Tyre. So he again is supposedly a theoretical map, and that bottom massive sausage is Antarctica.
Right.
And this
I'm
is
just going to
this
zoom
is
in on that.
this is a digitized version, so this isn't exactly to it, but this is how he describes it, how he describes the world.
Wow, it's like a massive sausage at the bottom of the earth.
Yeah. And that's 40 AD, so that's pretty damn old.
Whoa. This map was made in the year 40 AD, apparently, 7 years after the death of Jesus, according to official history. If Jesus
This is
died at
all-
33, as we're led to believe, that's mental. So, how have
To the
these maps
right.
changed? Wait, go to the
Sorry.
right.
To the left, sorry, is just
Yes.
a map I found. I haven't got much about that, but that bottom bit, that's Terra Australis, that's Antarctica. But an
Wow.
interesting
So that's
thing,
a
look at
whole
that
and
massive
a whole barrier down there, and then we've got all the landmass up here. So the
Look at
reason
that
we're looking
massive
at this,
hole.
these are historical maps of apparently what Antarctica looked like before it was covered in ice.
Yeah, look at the giant fucking hole.
What's the hole?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
holy
That's
shit?
South
what is
America.
that?
That's South America.
Zoom right in on that. I don't care. Let's have a look at that.
I haven't got no background on this map, but I thought I'd throw it in there because it looks interesting.
Wow. Okay, mate, you found some real gems here. Big up Mills to give Van Helsing, hangs out everybody in the comment section. We are looking into the history of Antarctica. What is it? How is it cartographized? How is it documented before
our Wikipedia version of reality. That's what we're basically talking about, isn't it?
John Levy would love these maps.
Oh yeah, John Levy will be all over this. In the Guardians, have you got any thoughts about how all of these maps could be so different over periods of hundreds of different years? Seemingly, the earlier ones can look so accurate. 700 years later, they can look like garbled rubbish. What's going on here, in your opinion?
Well, they're just models, aren't they? They're just renditions of
ideas,
some form of primitive, or not so much primitive, but old forms of mapping. But it's no different to what it is now. Personally, I don't believe the map that we're shown of today's world is as it is. I think it's nothing like it, potentially.
I would agree.
So, are you saying that the map is wrong? Are you saying the shape of the realm is wrong?
Pretty much everything.
Well,
I think they're hiding our reality in the 3D, for starters.
I think that's something that we can definitely all agree on one level or another.
Yeah, and this is why Antarctica is such a mystery. I would suggest that there's something to hide.
Oh, well, I think we're going to suggest there's probably a lot to hide, and that's why we're not really coming to any conclusions here. We're asking a lot of questions.
I mean, I'm going to come to a conclusion.
Go on.
Antarctica is the one sole thing in history that every single nation can agree on.
In what way?
That nobody goes there. Nobody can have all of that,
Well, you say nobody goes there.
Yeah, off limits to civilians, I mean.
Yeah.
Every nation will not let you go there.
The Rothschilds can go there.
Of course, yeah, but they're not civilians.
David Rothschild can just...
They own civilians.
Yeah.
Has anybody compiled a list of official visits as to actually who's been there?
Well,
if we had
from
time,
all I
that's what
can
we've done
tell,
this week.
the
I
only
feel-
people that are allowed to go there are high military personnel and high-level Freemasons.
Right. In the next break...
Obama as well, apparently.
We
Okay,
have to do,
so
we have to do Antarctica Part 2 anyway.
No, right. What we're going to do in the next 15-minute break, we're going to key up all the high-level delegates that visited Antarctica. I think it was in 15 or 16. Yeah. Right. So, Word Nerd and Magix, key up that information, ping it to me, because in just a minute we're going to go to another mix from Oma Beats because we're approaching we're into the 3 o'clock hour and it's Rise Above. And remember, tonight it's Friday night. We're breaking up the stream with our Antarctica chat with music from the one and only the selector, Mr. Oma Beats. He's back inside the place. And yeah, we're going to do a bit of Dungeon Master, a bit drum and bass first. He's going to rinse some tunes. Pick up everyone tuned in. It's Rise Above. We have Inner Guardians. We've got Magix. And we've got Admiral Bird, a.k.a. Spoken Word Nerd. This is Rise Above. How you lot feeling? Hit the microphone there. Right, okay. Let's have some tunes. Oma Beats. Roll with it, please.
I walk these streets, I wash away my tracks, feel like I fall right through these paving cracks. So the won't rise, but I won't drown, just hold my head above the water. All your sons and daughters, I guess it's time for me to face the facts. Oh, I could fall right through these paving cracks. So no turning back, so I just keep on treading water for all your sons and daughters, keep on treading water for all your sons and daughters. I walk these streets and wash away my tracks. Feel like a fall right through these paving cracks. I want it right, but I won't drown. Just hold my head above the water for all your sons and daughters. Yes, it's time for me to face the past. So I could fall right through these paving cracks. So I walk the line, turning back. So I'll just keep on treading water for all your sons and daughters. Walk out on the water for all your sons and daughters.
On the beats, Anti the Rise Above family. Loving the tunes, Anti Daisy Roots, Anti Graham B, Larry Gallus, James Cole, Mr. Wellster, Sanchez UK, Andy Pandy, Neil Sun, 108 Dragon 14. Yo, we're coming on twice, 3 times slick, with the rhythm roll like a Chevy, time too heavy like a brick, with some accelerated tempo, pull my lyrical switch. Time to run with a stick, and it's time to man, but busted quick and might be sick on the afterburner. Feel the need for speed, crashing through some barrier, get hurrier, prestige, the camera, get damager, speedometer, get breeze. So proper break your terminal and see the frequency, please. We be quick but lyrical, please. On the beats on the stage, finger on the fader, brethren, come with it, man. Woo! Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. Oma Beats and Double LMC. Yo, look into my eyes, tell me what you see. Is it really real or is it fantasy? Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. Oma Beats, I'm Mr. Double LMC. Rise above HQ. Sorry, bro, I knocked it. That was my fault. Oi, oi. Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. Sound of Oma Beats and Double LMC. Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. Each and every Friday night on YouTube scene. Rise above family. Outside the USA crew. Outside the crew in the Philippines, big up Larry Gallus. James Cole, Mr. Wellster, Sanchez UK. Outside everybody. Yo. Rinsing out on the Friday night, raising up the temperature, rising up the vibration. All across the Soviet Union nation. Big up Andy PG, Anti Buffton. Oma Beats on selection, Double LMC is Rise Above. Rise Above live on your Friday night, share the stream. We're mixing it up with music, keeping it tight. Anti everyone in the comment section. You see the new comments then? New comment. Big up Arthur Watson. Yo, when I step on the mic, MCs get pranked. Like Wu-Tang, fatal flying guillotine, razor sharp slang. It's so good, I'm not Aggie. Don't want to see Double L act like a chavvy. I prefer to use my savvy, crack a smile, I feel happy. It's so good, I'm not hood. I tell the Rise Above family. Sound of Oma Beats live in the mix. Oma Beats just like this. Once, twice, 3 times slick. Sound of Oma Beats and he be live inside the mix. It's Mr. Double LMC live like this. Can you turn the mic up? Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. All mics are low and muffled, really? Yo, double checking the measurement. Write that shit on testament. Laced with untold relevance of my lyrical intelligence. A new stage in new development. A new stage in new development in the everlasting race. A new stage in new development in the everlasting race. Bad boy sound of Oma Beats. He's rinsing drum and bass. Let me know if the mics are all right now, yeah? Hang tight, Andy Pandy, Larry Gallus. It's Double L Oma Beats live inside the house, baby. Yo, we got to keep it moving, we got to keep it bouncing, we got to keep it moving, we got to keep it bouncing. Oma Beats is mixing and Double L's announcing. Live inside the housing, we're tearing down the housing, shaking that foundation, rinsing out the station. Live inside the housing, Double L's announcing and Oma Beats mixing. Time to get your bits in. Oma Beats is mixing, time to get your bits in. Finger dab in the fader, mic it out of the mixer. Time to give you flavor. Live inside the Rise Above. Rise Above. Extinguishing fear when we generate love. Yo, extinguishing fear when we generate love. We rise above. Oma Beats, you rise above, rise above. And MC Double L, we rise above. Yo, a single, listen. A single candle lights up the darkness. That is the power that we all harness. Yo, light them up and sight down targets. Mr. Oma Beats, Double LMC live inside the place. It's a little bit of liquid. When I was a kid, mate, I couldn't wait to grow up. I couldn't wait to be big and see what life would throw up. But now I've grown up, I wish I was a kid again. I've been around the block, blood, I've seen the world is sickening. Feel like the Highlander stood at the quickening. Is the flame still burning? No, it's barely flickering. So let's not blow it out. People speak but they don't know what they talk about. So now I'm feeling doubt. Am I doubting myself? All the choices I've made, all the people I've hurt, and all the games that I've played. Oma Beats your blaze. Oma Beats your blaze. Oma Beats your blaze. Once, twice, 3 times phased. Yes, rise above. How's everybody feeling? What we saying? 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Yo. My name is Double L. I'll be a drum and bass rapper. Bigger, badder, better. Listen, my selector. All my beats is live inside the center. Rap, bigger, bigger, badder, badder. Better, 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 double L come. Bigger, better, badder, badder. Better, 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 bass and drum. Bigger, badder, better. Listen, my selector. Oh my. Standard, no misunderstanding. MC double L's here and I've landed. Yo, listen up, I said standard, no misunderstanding. MC double L's here. Standard, no misunderstanding. Rise above, we're crystal clear. Bigger, badder, better. Live inside the center. All my beats is my selector. Fingered up in a fader. Mic it out of the mixer. On beats, rise above with teacher. Welcome to the lecture. Take precaution as you enter. You bite into the apple with that razor dab at the center. Mic defender. Mic defender. On the beats, bruv. Finger. Yo, listen. Welcome to the lecture. Take precaution as you enter. You bite into the apple with that razor dab at the center. Mic defender. I leave pretender looking for the denture. The time to bite the underdog. Number one contender I invent. Started making MCs discontent, descent beneath the surface, cause astonishment, hell-bent on inflicting lyrical bewilderment, circumvent my path to stage you I can really represent. We saw beneath the surface, start the war on purpose, battleground be dirty, all my beats be dirtless, saw beneath the surface, start the war on purpose, holy shit, double L, I'm about to hurt this. Yeah, it's been a while, Captain Buff. Spud me, brother. It's been a little while, mate. It's been a little while. Somebody wanted Dungeon Master, Lee Gould, yeah? You know, we got many different styles. We've got drum and bass, we've got dubs, we've got breakbeat, we've got hip hop, we've got grime, we've got garage, everything. He wants Dungeon Master, doesn't he? After this one, Dungeon Master next, and we get back to the chat. Hang tight, everyone. Share the stream, reaching out on your Friday night. Rinsing out the station, shaking the foundation from ceiling to basement, shaking the foundation from ceiling to basement. It's standard, my statement is blatant, Blank pages, open mics and dank stages, a big rig sound to wake your neighbors. Heads are nodding too close to the basement. Yo, there's heads are in for a pasting. My DJ's going in, he's not waiting. The bouncer at the door is frustrating. Holy shit, it's a big thing. Yo, hi there, nice to meet ya. It's Double L, I'm a preacher. You selector, trigger selector. I got some things to teach ya. When you test me, lyrically beat you down with a verbal jungle sound. On my beats, he don't fuck around. Yo, big up Lee Gould. You want some grime? We got to switch up to 140, Omar. It's unpredictable the way I spit these lyrical messages through avenues and terraces. You ain't down with us, I'll be your nemesis. I'll shake your brain inside, just go until you need a therapist. It's time to admit, oh, it's me, sorry. We got the bouncy floor here. It's not on the beats, his mixing is spectacular. I can't help but bop on the floor, mate. Big up everyone tuned in. Yo, it's Rise Above, it's Friday night. Hang tight, everyone. UK, Australia, Canada, US. Oh shit.
Born into a life of suffering. A tortured soul, accustomed to horrific pain and from the age of a mere infant. His mind fermented with perverted pleasures, sick and twisted desires. There was only one place that could satisfy his insatiable lust.
The Dungeon Master.
Agony. Only one profession that could truly cater to his torture.
Sound of over piece of double and MC live inside.
So he sought the dungeon,
and he became
the Dungeon Master.
Ominous crowds from shadowy corners, accurate press on my neck feels warm. Trapped with a monster deep in the dungeon and gone with the darkness, my true form. Deafening screams, echo chamber, cries of anguish, narrate the night. Devilish fiends, no movie trailer, darkened hearts stay far from the light. Growling demon taunts me relentless, rolling cries, calling empress, howling heathens, calling endless. Ritual torture, forms an nexus, futile. Escaping the pain is brutal, the crusades in vain to be truthful. It's fight or fighting is crucial, I survived this night. Beware of the dungeon. Beware of the Dungeon Master. Beware of the dungeon. Beware of the dungeon master. Beware of the dungeon. Beware of the dungeon master. Evil, twisted nightmare crafter. Yo, blood drips, the dungeon master.
Beware of the dungeon.
The dungeon master.
Beware of the dungeon. The dungeon master. Evil, twisted nightmare crafter. Blood runs cold, Carter.
It's dark in my dungeon. Around every corner the evil's abundant. Hope is redundant. Treacherous beings spread the dysfunction. They feed on your soul. But then lunch again, bleeding big over, prepared for consumption. It's the ravenous huntsman. Right arm, hold your carcass triumphant. Blood drips, congealed on the bird. Prawns red blood, and you're feeling the hurt when the carnage occurs. Within the demon, sweeping and hang on his words. Mesmerized by the evil inside. Hypnotizing all people alive. Energizing the feeble device. Life in the dungeon's extremely deprived. Life in the dungeon's extremely deprived. And Oma Beats his life on my side. We got legal inside the ride. This is Rise Above on a Friday night.
Beware of the dungeon.
Beware of the dungeon master.
Beware of the dungeon.
Beware of the dungeon master.
Beware of the dungeon. Dungeon master.
Blood runs cold and part-time crafter.
Blood runs cold, Carter.
Images hitting us. Rapper images hitting us. Rapper images hitting us. And again. Yo. Rapper images hitting us. Taxes hitting us. Scrimmages tearing your flesh. Even in living of privilege. Illness and wickedness kills for this. The various passages written for them. Including a savages in this to them. Even the dungeon timing your friend. Right from that family we do it for them.
Beware of the dungeon.
The dungeon master.
Beware of the dungeon.
Almost. The dungeon master.
Beware of the dungeon. The dungeon master. Evil, twisted nightmare crafter.
Blood runs cold and hearts are faster.
Beware of the dungeon.
The back of the face.
Beware of the dungeon. Beware of the dungeon. The dungeon master. Evil, twisted nightmare crafter. Blood runs cold, Carter.
Heart runs cold and blood turns darker. Get the sound color. It's too high. Okay. No. Yeah, pick up on the beats. If we just slow it down, then I apologize. Pick up on them. Live inside the studio, we're riding to the job, check this up. All my beats in the corner. Warn you. Right, let's get this. And we're back, guys. I hope you enjoyed the music. I went into it. Right, I apologise if we distorted the end when Oma Beats gets on the decks. It's obviously a massive rinse out. He cranks up the volume. We start bopping out. I start bopping around. The decks are moving all over the place. The sound is skipping. Welcome back in the Guardians. Welcome back, Mathis.
Yeah, can you hear me okay? I think you've got microphone problems.
Yeah, you guys sound mad.
What's going on? I don't know. And the Guardians, can you speak? Go study history.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
coming
can you hear
through
me?
really bad on your studio.
Okay, guys, all the sound is fucked. Right. Right.
We
Studio
sound
down.
good. Yeah, bud.
Magic, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you clear as day.
Yeah, same as.
So yeah, what's your thoughts so far on all of that, then?
Well, I'm more like esoteric, so I'm kind of focused more on internal workings rather than external things. But there is a link.
How are we sounding? Can I have some update on how we are sounding?
We'll be back on.
Lance is trapped in the music. Yes, I am. Andy PJ, pick up the microphone. How are we sounding, guys?
Bad.
I think they've been trapped. They've been captured into a different dimension.
They have been captured.
Right, okay. In the Guardians, can you hear us? Magic's in there.
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's really bad quality.
Oh, what is going on? In the Guardians, it's just some nasty sound. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So listen.
It's your end, guys. It sounds sweet.
No, oh no, in the Guardians, that's Magic. No, that's Magic. In the Guardians, can you speak, please?
Yeah, I can just about hear you.
No, you've been absolutely nuts by the Soviet Union. We need to get rid of that. Damn. Right, we need to remove that as well. Okay, guys, can you hear me and Andy PG? Andy PG says, "Oh, I think everyone's so distorted as fuck." Is everything distorted? We need to get this right, guys. Mike and Neil Dex. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah, but you're out of the stream now, mate. Is the sound sorted yet? You guys are behind. Yeah, let us know in the comments, guys. It's not. Okay. Right. It's really muffled. How do we sort this out? Okay. Let me. Right, we are back. This is just me and Andy PG. Please let us know that we are sounding okay because we cannot continue. Captain Boston says we're sounding bad. Oh shit. Nothing right. Okay, let me do this. Is this better? This is just me and Andy PG's mics. Boston saying that we are out. Right, it's just me and Andy in the stream and no other inputs whatsoever. So we need to know if we can sound okay. No, we're sounding bad. Shit, what are we going to do? Got to restart, guys. You know how to find us again. We're just going to have to restart the stream. I apologise, there's only one way to do it. Tune back into Rise Above Live in 2 minutes. We'll have to just end the stream. Right. Okay, we can try that. One, two, 1, 2. Is that any better?
I'm sounding there.
No. Any different?
No. Wow.
Okay, we've got to finish the stream, guys. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Please tune back in. I apologise massively.
Michael.